Senate committee wey dey in charge of ICT and cybersecurity don tok say di proposed National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill 2025 no go cancel di laws wey already dey guide agencies under di Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, including Naija Communication Commissions wey be NCC. The chairman of the committee, Senator Shaibu Afolabi from Ogun Central, yarn dis one during one public hearing for National Assembly, Abuja. He explain say the bill na to put better structure for how government go dey use digital system like sharing of data, using e-documents and making sure say all government agencies fit connect wella with each other as e dey inside the Naija Data Protection Act of 2023.
This law will not replace NCC law. This law will not replace Galaxy Backbone law. The example I gave earlier, if in text space, these are the enterprise architecture. This law is the equivalent of an enterprise architecture. You are going to have the pillars for cyber crime or cyber security law. You are going to have your SCC. The only thing we are worried about, which we are taking enough caution, is to ensure that there is no duplication of variety. And that's why you see reference in this bill to Data Protection Act. I mentioned something earlier on that somebody said, oh, our data should be localized inside Nigeria. It's not for this bill. What is to simply say that all our automation processes should or shall now comply with the provisions of Data Protection Act. Rather, try to import data sovereignty into this bill. There's already an act that is in charge of that. You make reference to it. So this enterprise architecture, all of those pillars will still exist functioning. It makes it a lot easier. If you need to strengthen Data Protection Act for data sovereignty, we go there. If there's anything that is missing that we believe NCC should do, we go there. But this bill, what it seeks to do is to say this paper, this document in its original form. If I have this same information on my iPad, it has the same consideration as if it is in a paper form. And we notice that we are also conscious enough that there is evidence act. We mentioned two landmark enactments in this country that is in this bill. I'm not a lawyer, but I've read this sufficiently enough. The Land Use Act is in the Constitution. The Evidence Act is why in the Constitution. We make reference to them here.
For the same event, Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tinjani, tok say the bill na strong policy wey go change how government dey run, not just for Naija, but across Africa.
We talk a lot about being the first on the African continent, and people think it's about bragging. As a nation that represents anywhere close to 20%, if not more, of the black nation or the black people, we do have a responsibility to set the direction for how countries across the African continent will develop. If we're able to allow Nigeria to rise, the rest of Africa will rise. And the leadership we're seeing on display today and over the past month and the last 2 years is an example of how the legislators will work with the executive, with the private sector and civil society to give Nigeria the future that we deserve.
But Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation come raise some concerns say some parts of the bill no follow public service rules and civil service reform plans. Now, the Senate committee go check all the opinion wey people drop before them go carry the final report go present to the full Senate for consideration and approval. Make una no forget say as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We no dey take blame. Ofora Femi, TMC News.